today we're going to go ahead and do the finishing touches on this project, finish it up, and be ready for submission. Let's take care of her shirt. So she has a dress on here. We need to color that. And I am going to first erase the skin area that went over where her dress straps are. To do that, so that is on, so if I turn the skin on and off, that's where I want to erase. So I want to be erasing on the skin layer. But I'm going to turn off the hair color, the background, and I think I'm also going to turn off the hair, the Zoe layer, and turn on that background layer because I think that's going to give me the best view of where I actually need to erase. So going to my eraser tool, I need to be on a 100% hard eraser and zooming in, start at the top and just start erasing away where this dress strap is. It's okay to go over anything else like the hair because this is just erasing on the skin layer, and that's all we need to really worry about here. Since everybody's image is a little bit different, you may have a different circumstance that you need to take care of. So if you have any questions about the best way to approach that, let me know and I'll do my best to help you out with that. Okay, I think that takes care of that, so I'm going to Command 0. I'll go ahead and turn that background off, turn all my other layers back on, and I'm going to use that trick with the magic wand. So I'm going to select all of the color that I currently have with the magic wand, and the best way to do this is to go layer by layer. So starting with the foreground, I'm going to select all of the orange, holding Shift, then the hair color, selecting the yellow, and the skin color. And since her eyeshadow and lipstick are nowhere near her dress, I'm not going to worry about that. And then once I have that, I'm going to select Inverse, which should leave me with just selections on her dress. Although I can see up in these areas where the straps are, I still am going to need to be a little bit careful. Okay, so going to my top, I'm going to add a new layer. And I will just call that clothing. And by the way, you may have other things besides a shirt, a dress. You may have a necklace. You may have other items, earrings. And so for each of those other items, you would need to create a layer, and you'll be doing this in the same way. I'm going to grab the color for the dress, go to my paintbrush. I'm on a hard brush, and go ahead and start painting this in. Okay, multiplying that, and that's what we have. Okay, now your last step is to go around and do any touch up around the edges. Also, I want to take care of her teeth here because she does have teeth showing. Some of you may have an image with teeth showing, and some of you may have an image without teeth showing. So I'm going to the skin color layer. I'm going to go to my eraser. I'm going to go back to a soft eraser with a 0% hardness. And I'm just going to actually erase where these teeth are. And so I'm just erasing the skin color underneath here to give her nice white teeth. Okay, and again, you may have a subject who's not showing her teeth, so that just depends. The eyes, you can leave them just as they are, but you may want to erase the white part of the eyes, and you also may want to give an eye color. That's totally up to you. You'll remember the image of Jackie Kennedy. Warhol gave an eye color which matched the blue from her hair. That's something you could do as well if you wanted to. So maybe I want to give her an eye color that matches the blue of her dress. I could do that. Or maybe I just want to erase the white part of the eye, and that's another option, and then just leave the eye without extra color. So this is the part where you get to be creative and decide exactly how you're wanting that to look. So as I zoom out, do I like that with the eye, white part of the eye erased? And I think I do. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that. My last step is going to spend some time going around these edges and cleaning up whatever I want to clean up, going back and forth from my colors to my eraser tool. So I'm just going to zoom in, and I can see I have some cleanup that needs to happen here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to first start with my eraser tool, hard eraser, and take this skin off of where it's coming out. And then I'm going to need to paint down more orange in this area. So I need to go to my foreground. I need to go back to normal before I grab that orange. If you have a color source layer, color samples layer that's on normal, you can always grab from that. But otherwise, you need to get off of multiply before you grab the color. Otherwise, you'll have some weird results. Then going back to my brush, on a hard brush, and just fill this in. I'm going to be using the hand tool as I work my way around. Make sure you're paying attention to what layer you're on as you're erasing and as you're coloring. Alright, now while I'm on the skin color, I'm going to go ahead and use my magic wand to grab that skin color. And then I'm going to select the inverse of that. Then switch back to my clothing layer, get off of multiply, grab the color, and then paint it in. Okay, once you are completely happy with your result, you're going to save this and you're going to turn it in. Remember, we're not looking for perfection because screen printing is not a perfect art, and we can observe that if we go to Warhol's Jackie Kennedy. So we're looking for the overall effect and look of your project. Don't forget to turn off your color samples layer if you have one. Check all your other layers, make sure everything is on multiply, except for the Hair and Zoe layer, of course. Your background should be turned off, and all of your layers should be named properly for what is on that layer. Check your file name, make sure it's last name, first name, and then Warhol. And don't forget to check your project points sheet, which is in My Connect, before you submit this. Your Artsonia submission will be due the next computer day after your My Connect submission is due. So you'll have another day to save it as a JPEG and turn it into Artsonia. Please let me know if you have any questions before turning.